Let's question Soulja Boy. Born DeAndre Cortez Way, Soulja Boy popped out with Crank That in 2007. And according to Twitter, he's trending today. So I figured I'd drop this interview, Rapid Questions with Soulja Boy, that I recorded a little bit earlier. Let's get into it. I got a question though, because I know that you are one of the pioneering rappers from social media and, internet. Like, you were right there when all of that started and you really knew how to capitalize on that. How does that feel?
I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Because I still see artists to this day using the same blueprint, you know. When I was coming out, we wasn't passing out CDs and flying to New York trying to get a record deal. I was just on the internet really pushing and getting them millions of views off of YouTube and MySpace and all them early platforms that they had. So,
Right.
and that's really what the whole music business is about now, streaming, Spotify, Apple Music and all that. So it feel good because it's like it just let me know that I was thinking outside the box, you know what I'm saying? And I was ahead of the curve at the same time.
You were, like you said about the blueprint, I feel like you were the architect for that because you were the first person to really see it, harness it, and then move on it. And then everybody saw what you were doing and was like, oh, wait, he got a formula. Let's follow. So did you just come up with that off the top of your own head, how to do it?
Yup. But basically how it started was it's a site called LimeWire. And I used to upload my songs on there and rename them other people's songs like Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, whoever the top 10 songs out at the time. And that's how I started getting millions of downloads. People was typing in Britney Spears and hit download and then it'll be Soulja Boy.
So let me ask you about something else that worked, because I know you were on one of the, I think it was a Love and Hip Hop. You were LA, right?
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
Okay, so do you think that that helps or hurts careers sometimes? Like, what do you think it did for you?
I think it helped. It helped some artists' career and it hurt some artists' career. Like I feel like it all depends on what you do with your platform when you go on there. Like I think Cardi B did it real nice,
Right.
and she got a nice career and she doing her thing. So I think that shit. I think that I don't think that it hurt my career, but I think that I just was. That's what I was focused on in the time. You know what I'm saying? I was in love. You know what I'm saying? Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is cool though. It was a good experience, man. Shout out to Mona Scott. Shout out to VH1, man.
I think that with almost anything, you can use it to the best of your advantage, whether it's good press, bad press, everything. Like they say, there is no bad press. You can use all of it.
Yeah.
So
it just depends on how you use your platform.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to ask you about it. How do you feel? There you are. How do you feel knowing that one moment in an interview turned into a meme that probably put you in the front of a lot of different minds that nobody would even know? Like, I know people who are way too old to even know Soulja Boy music who know you from that meme. How does that feel?
Man, it just goes to show like you just gotta be yourself. You know what I'm saying? That was just a glimpse of my personality. Like, they just asked me a question and I just answered it. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, you answered
Still
that
to this
thing
day,
too.
people be talking.
You really did. And I promise you, it's like it's a frozen moment in time. And like my sister will ask me, oh Lord, look at all the cars. My sister will ask me something like, do you want to go to Walmart? And I'll go, Walmart, and send her the meme. And everybody like, girl, what am I? And I promise you, you have now just it's giving you a different avenue. And I promise you probably need to put that on some shirts because that's your likeness, and I don't need nobody else.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you gotta mark it on all boards, but I promise you, it is the best. I got the gift saved in my phone, I promise you, and I send it to her randomly whenever she's asking me a question. I go, no matter what it is, no matter what it is. So yeah, I still think that.
Nah, that's just my personality,
And I love it. I love the fact that the headband is going to be a constant. Are you bringing the headband to the tour?
I'm bringing the headband to the tour, man. The Gucci headband is officially back. You know what I'm saying? I had to. It's back. We back in business.
Yeah, 'cause
Gucci headband Soulja is back.
listen, and I'm not mad because that's the one who evidently had the grind on the brain and was out here thinking outside the box. So yeah, always stay with the headband.
Yeah.
I see your hair is different, but the headband gonna be the same.
The hair a little different. I switched it up. My hair got longer. I
I,
dyed it. You know what I'm saying? But
how
we
many
still Gucci
headbands do you
headband Soulja.
own?
I so many. You come to my closet, you got headbands on. I still got the original headband from that interview, but it's so dirty. My whole thing is why nobody told me that headband was that dirty. Y'all let me sit in that interview. Somebody, it could have been Angela, it could have been Charlamagne, it could have been one of my managers. They could have been like, hey, Soulja, that headband is kind of dirty. Nobody said that. I look back at that interview and I said, oh my God, I thought that the headband was that color. No, it was dirty.
But you know what? This is when you really got to be mad at the people in your camp because somebody could have pulled you to the side, like, hey, bro, switch it up. Don't wear this one today. And that's when you really
It's
mad
all
at your
good.
own people.
Yeah, when this one get dirty, I'm gonna buy another one. You know what I'm saying? I think I just fell in love with the headband so much, I just didn't want to take it off. And it's like, I did not know it was that dirty.
And then, you know, and it's not even the fact that it's dirty. It's just that over time it picks up the dye from whatever other clothes you have on. Or,
exactly.
you know, like you're wearing something dark now and the dark is rubbing up on it. Because all I wear is black. And I have to be conscious when I'm wearing like a coat or something because my clothes will stain stuff. And it's not necessarily that it was dirty. It was just the fact that it had been rubbing up on something else and had got discolored. So don't say it was dirty. It was discolored. It was discolored,
man.
Yeah.
It was another color.
You definitely need to get somebody in your camp for that. So I got to ask you a burning question because when I told my sister, the same one that I be sending a meme to, I told her, I was like, oh, I got to get off the phone with you because I got to, you know, talk to Soulja Boy in a little bit. She said, you, and got off the phone. Do you ever get sick of people asking you to Superman them all the time?
No, I love that song. That's the song that started my career. That was the first song that popped off everything for me, man. It's a blessing for me. And every time I get reminded of that song, I get happy. Anytime I hear somebody say, you, or can you do the dance for me? I'll be like, yep, I sure can, because that song changed my life.
And listen, I'll tell you, my sister is big old church missionary. Ain't got no business knowing nothing about it. But that was what she said. I was like, girl, if you don't get off my phone. But that is what, you know, you're known for.
No, that definitely was. Yeah, no, that definitely was a classic track for me. You know what I'm saying? And we still have fun and dance to that song to this day.
I ain't mad. What does that tattoo say on your hand?
Which one? Oh, right here on my hand, July. That's when I was born, July.
All right. So what's this one up here?
That's Cortez. That's my middle name.
Okay. I'm always curious about tattoos. I've got some, but they're hidden and you can't really see them because, you know, you got to sometimes be, right. I had to hide them for going to church and stuff. But I always get real curious about the story behind people's tattoos. So you just randomly got July on your knuckles?
I mean, not randomly. When I first started doing music and I got into the industry, I have no tattoos. And my first tattoo that I got, it was SOD Money Gang, which is my record label. It's on my arm. Okay. And I got it done by Mr. Cartoon. He did 50 Cent. He did 50 Cent's back tattoo that said 50. He did Eminem's tattoo of his daughter, Haley, on his arm.
Yeah,
so he's like a real dope artist out here in LA. So, but I was very young. I got my first tattoo when I was like 16. Like, as soon as I came to LA, I got tattooed. And my mama, she wasn't like tripping that much on my tattoos, but when I got my tattoo on my face, that's when everybody was mad. Like, my mama was mad, my daddy was mad, everybody was mad. And when I started doing movies, I went to start the process to get my tattoos removed. But each tattoo that I got, it was like just a certain place in my life that I was at, and they all mean something to me. You know what I'm saying? All my tattoos definitely got a meaning. So I didn't just like just randomly get tattoos. It wasn't like that. But what made me get my first tattoo on my face was kind of like I made over $1 million. So I was like, man, I'm rich. I ain't gonna have to work no more. Like, I ain't gonna have to get a job. So I went and tatted my face, not thinking how my mom was gonna react. She was like, when I see you, I'm gonna beat you. And I was like, oh man. And then I made another $1,000,000. I got another tattoo on my face. Now I got another tattoo. And then she called one day and she was just like, listen to me, don't get no more tattoos on your face. But before she said that, I already was thinking to myself, like, yo, I'm about to get these tattoos removed because I want to start doing movies and TV shows. And even though they put makeup on your face, I want to be just looking professional in the interviews. Like, I don't want to look like no gangster, no thug, and nothing like that. So I think that's kind of like a mindset I had as a kid. Like, I'm older now. Like, when I started getting tatted, like I told you, I was a teenager. So I just think when you're young, you kind of more, it's kind of like a thing like, I want to get my ears pierced. I want to get a tattoo. You just want to try stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when you get older, you're like, why did I do that?
That's exactly what I did. I couldn't get tattoos because I grew up in church and I wasn't allowed. The day I moved out, I got a huge tattoo on my arm. And now looking back, I'm like, that was dumb. Why? And it didn't mean nothing. Somebody else randomly picked it out. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. And now, like, I'm stuck with it forever. Thank God it's fading, but I'm like, you stuck with this dumb decision you made at 19 because you wanted to express your freedom. And we don't necessarily think about how it's going to follow us moving out. So would you allow your children to, well, how would you feel if your children tattooed their faces?
Oh my God, please don't even let me think of that. I don't even want to think about that.
And now you see
that's
how
not
your
even
mother
I want to hear in my head. I cannot even imagine
Now you see how your mom felt.
I cannot even imagine. Yeah, no, I can't even imagine my kid getting no tattoos on their face.
Right.
I can't imagine that.
Right, because your mom, no matter how old you get, is going to always see you as her baby. And now you done wrote on your face.
Yeah.
So that's something.
I hope my kids don't get no tattoos. But if they do, I can't really be that mad because I did the same thing. But right. I hope they don't. I'm gonna tell them not to. I got hits ready, man. I can't wait to release my new music.
And it's probably got some signature dances to it.
Yeah, I love putting dancing with my songs. I just think it make the song better.
It does.
Like it just adds to the song. Like if you already got a song and it's a good song, if you add a dance to it, and especially how TikTok is these days with the kids, like people will gravitate to the song.
See, like, there quick. You are again thinking of how you can use the internet to push your music just like you did in the beginning. Not too many other people is like, yeah, I'm gonna get somebody to TikTok dance this and I'm gonna push it forward. You definitely have a mind for business and marketing. Would you ever go to college for something like that?
I went to college, but I can't really get the experience that I wanted because I was doing music at the same time. Mm-hmm. I was rapping and, touring. I was doing a lot of shows, so I couldn't really focus, but I had the money to pay for it, but I couldn't really buckle down and focus how I wanted to focus. But to answer your question, yeah, I like college. I like anything in school, like training courses and tutorials. Like, I feel like anything you can learn is better because you got some people that are trying to trick you in this world when you can just do it yourself. Most anything that can be done, you can learn it. But people think that certain things is harder than what they seem until you actually pick up a book on it or pull up a course on it and learn it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely go back to college for sure.
I feel like that's something a lot of people need to hear, especially from somebody like you, because a lot of young people will be on some, no, that's for dummies. But you're actually saying it's a good thing to learn everything you can because why not?
Yeah.
There's more to life.
Yeah, because I got a lot. Yeah, I got a lot of businesses, so each one of my businesses require a different trade. Like everything not music. I produce and write my own music. Yeah, I market my music as well. But when it comes to my clothing line, you got to have a designer. You got to market that too. When it comes to video game, you got to meet with the different people in the tech world. You got to design this. You got to code this. So it's everything that I do, each business that I have, it take a different skill. You know what I'm saying? If you just know how to rap. Yeah, if you just know how to rap, you're not gonna make it into the video game business, or you're not gonna make it in the fashion world. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to do multiple things. So that's why when you say going back to college, I'm like, yeah, because anything you want to do in life, you can learn it. You know what I'm saying? Off a tutorial or a course. You can pay for a course to learn it. Anything you want to do in life can be learned. So I advise anybody to learn as much as you probably, even if you don't do something. I know how to do multiple stuff that's not my profession. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's building something or just learn as much as you can. What?
All right, so listen, that was my Let's Question Soulja Boy. Yeah, I did not question him about the leaked nudes because, like I said, this was recorded before that happened. But trust me, they are all over the internet. Much success to Big Draco, as they call him. Listen, he's out here still doing music, still working in the industry, and still evidently doing what it is he does. Listen, this has been Lavetta Jenkins with chattypassenger.com. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will hopefully see you in the next one.